Let your body settle now. Your shoulders. Notice how they have risen through the long day, perhaps without your knowing. Let them lower, slowly, the way warm steam settles back toward still water. Your hands, wherever they rest tonight, open at your sides or folded upon the blanket. They are holding nothing now. There is nothing left for them to carry. Your jaw, loosen it, the smallest softening at the hinge. Let your tongue lie low and easy in your mouth. Your feet, heavy, quiet. A gentle warmth has gathered there, low beneath the blanket. And the blanket along the whole length of you. Its weight is kind. It already knows your shape. You are already here. There is nothing you need to solve tonight. Nothing to plan. Nothing to remember. The day has been carried as far as it needs to be carried. Tonight there is only this. And as you breathe, the breath comes in slow, warm at the edges, and out even slower. You are in a tea house in the city of Edo in Japan. The year is 1740. The evening has come, and the last of your guests have bowed and gone out through the garden gate. You are a Chanoyu tea master, one who keeps the way of tea. You wear a kimono of soft gray blue, its long sleeves loose at your wrists, and over it an undyed cotton coat, faded gentle with washing. Your feet are bare on the woven mats. The day's hosting is finished. Now there is only the quiet work of setting things to rest. You sit a while in the chashitsu, the small tea room, as the last light leaves it. It is a humble space, no larger than 4 mats and a half, with walls of clay the color of warm sand and a low ceiling of bamboo and reed. The floor is laid with tatami, fresh-woven mats of rice, straw, and rush, and the room holds their scent, green, faintly sweet, like cut grass drying in the sun. You move your palms slowly across one mat, feeling its smooth grain. In one corner stands the tokonoma, a shallow alcove where the room keeps its single beautiful thing. The dusk gathers there first, soft and blue, pooling like water settling into a low place. There is almost nothing in this room. A kettle, a hearth, an alcove, bare clay walls, and yet it is enough. The plainness is not poverty. It is a kind of rest made into a room. You sit on your heels, very still, and let the dusk come down. No lamp yet, just the gray light softening, the small shapes growing quiet. There is no quickness anywhere in this room. There never has been. When the light has gone soft, you rise and go out to draw fresh water for the morning to come. There is a stone well at the edge of the garden, cool and mossed at the rim. You lower the wooden bucket on its rope, hand over hand, and hear it touch the dark water far below with a small, round sound. You draw it up. The rope is rough and familiar in your palms. The bucket rises heavy and brimming, and a little water slips over the side and falls back down the well, ringing softly in the dark. This is the freshest water drawn at evening. kept pure for the tea. You carry it back with both hands, watching the still surface tremble and then settle with each slow step. In the small room beside the tea house, you pour the clear water into the chagama, the iron kettle, until it sits full and patient on its stand. The iron is cool now. Soon it will warm. But not yet. Simply water and iron and the quiet of the coming night. Now you kneel at the hearth, the row, a small square pit set into the floor of the tea room, where the fire is laid in the cool half of the year. The old ash lies gray and fine in the bottom of the hearth. You take a small feather and smooth it into soft, even ridges, the way it has been smoothed for hundreds of evenings before. The ash is soft as powder. It holds the shape your brush gives it. Then the charcoal, the sumi. You lift each piece with iron chopsticks and set it down with care, the larger first, then the smaller, so the air can move between them and the fire can breathe. It doesn't matter how long this takes. The placing of the charcoal is itself a kind of quiet. A small ember, carried gently, is set into the heart of the laid charcoal. A faint glow wakes at the center, low and red, and a thin thread of smoke rises straight up into the still air, and its scent spreads through the room, clean, woody, a little sweet. You feel the first small warmth reach your face. The hearth is alive now, very quietly, the way a thing comes alive when no one hurries it. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing to plan, nothing to track, nothing to remember. It will all be there tomorrow. Tonight there is only this, the soft red light, and the warmth, and the slow, straight smoke. You turn now to the tokonoma, the alcove, to ready it for the morning, and for the simple beauty the room keeps for its own sake. On the back wall of the alcove hangs the kemono, a scroll of paper and silk, painted in soft gray ink. On it, only a few characters, brushed long ago by a quiet hand. You do not read them tonight. You let your eyes rest on the dark strokes against the pale ground and the white space around them, which is most of the scroll and is also part of the painting. Below it, in a small vessel, you place a single flower, the chabana, the tea flower, just one stem, a bud not yet open, leaning a little to one side, the way it grew. One flower in one plain vase is enough. There is an old thought that lives in this room. Ikigo iki, one time, one meeting. That every gathering is the only one of its kind and will never come again and is therefore complete in itself. The flower will open and fade. This evening will pass, and that is not a sadness. It is simply the way of things. You step back. The scroll, the flower, the soft dark of the alcove, nothing more. The room holds it lightly, and so do you. By the low light of a single lamp, you gather the utensils of tea, to clean them and set them in their places before you rest. First the chowan, the tea bowl. It is rough and dark, glazed unevenly, a little heavy in the hand. Your thumbs find the small worn place where many thumbs have rested. You turn it slowly in the lamplight, and the glaze catches the flame and holds it, deep and warm. Then the chasen, the whisk, carved from a single length of bamboo, split into many fine tines, pale as the fronds of something growing. And the chashaku, the slender bamboo scoop, no wider than a finger, worn smooth and honey-colored with age. You take the fukusa, a small square of silk, fold it, and wipe each thing in turn. The motions are slow and the same every evening. A fold of silk, a wipe along the scoop, a turning of the bowl. Your hands move without thought, the way your breath knows the way without your asking it. The natsume, the small lacquered caddy that holds the powdered tea, you wipe last and set in its place. Everything is in order now. The lamplight is soft and gold, and the room smells of bamboo and warm iron and faintly of green tatami. The chagama, the iron kettle, has been warming over the charcoal all this while. Now, in the deep quiet, you begin to hear it. At first it is only the faintest stirring, a small whisper from inside the iron as the water begins to move. You sit close to the hearth and listen. The sound grows, slowly, breath by breath. The old masters had a name for this sound. Matsukaze, the wind in the pines. For that is what it becomes as the water nears its heat. A soft and distant rushing, low and even, like a far-off wind moving through pine trees on a hillside you cannot see. You let the sound carry you. There is nothing to do but listen, and the listening asks nothing of you. The wind in the pines, inside a small iron kettle in the great dark of the sleeping city. The steam curls up from the kettle's lid in a slow gray ribbon, and it rises and curls a little with each breath you take, as though it breathes when you breathe. The pine wind sings on, soft and far away. Though the guests are gone, you make one quiet bowl of tea now, for no one, simply for the making of it. You scoop the matcha, the fine green powder, bright as new moss with the bamboo scoop, and let it fall into the dark bowl. 2 scoops. 3. A small green hill at the bottom of the bowl. You ladle hot water from the kettle, a slow, steady pour, and the green powder loosens and swirls. Then you take up the whisk and begin, a quick, light motion of the wrist, back and forth, the bamboo tines moving through the tea. The sound is soft, a faint whispering against the clay. A foam rises, pale jade green, fine and even across the surface. You lift the whisk away slowly and draw it across the top to settle the last of the bubbles. The bowl is warm in your 2 hands. The scent rises, grassy, deep, faintly sweet, the smell of the tea fields in spring. You do not drink it quickly. You hold it and breathe the warmth of it and turn the bowl a little in your hands. There is nothing waiting that cannot wait. Just the bowl and the warmth and the green and grassy steam rising slowly past your face. When the bowl is rinsed and set to dry, you slide open the low door and step out onto the roji, the dewy path that winds through the garden. The night air is cool and clean after the warm room. It smells of wet stone and moss and the faint green of the leaves. Beneath your bare feet, the stepping stones are smooth and cold, each placed so your steps must slow to find them in the dark. A stone lantern stands among the low shrubs, and inside it a small flame burns, no bigger than a fingertip, throwing a trembling light across the nearest leaves. The garden keeps its shapes to itself tonight, a curve of moss, the rim of a stone water basin, the dark mass of a single pine against a sky scattered thin with stars. You stand on the path and let the cool air move around you. Somewhere a last insect sings, slow and faint. The water in the stone basin lies black and still and holds one small star in its surface without trying. There is nothing more to do tonight. The water is drawn, the fire is laid, the room is in order, the bowl is clean. You breathe the cool night air, slow and slower, and you feel how quiet and how content the body has become. You go back along the dewy path, slide the door shut behind you, and let the small flame in the lantern keep its watch over the garden alone. In the warmth of the tea house, where the hearth still glows low and red, you lie down at last upon a soft, folded quilt and pull another over you, light and warm. The room is dark now, but for the small red breathing of the charcoal. The pine wind in the kettle has grown faint, almost gone, a whisper at the edge of hearing. The scent of green tatami and warm iron and charcoal smoke lies gently over everything. There is nothing left undone, nothing to plan, nothing to remember. Everything is in its place, and so are you. Tomorrow will come slowly, and the kettle will sing again, and the water will be fresh. But that is tomorrow. It can wait. It will wait. Your breath comes slow now, and slower. The warmth has gathered all through you. The hearth glows soft and low. The pine wind fades. The flower waits closed in the dark of the alcove, and the single star still floats in the black water of the basin. Let your shoulders lower one last time. Let your hands rest, holding nothing. Let the breath come in slow, and out even slower. There is only the warmth and the quiet and the slow red glow growing dim. Rest now, sleep now, there is nothing else. Only the night and the warmth and the long, slow breath carrying you gently down.